Welcome back to the channel. Yeah, we had some issues where we lost our equipment that we used to shoot the videos, but now we are back. Today, I want to talk about Arsenal game versus Brentford, and I think it's one of the games that actually are showing us right now that Arsenal are on a different level. If you remember a couple of seasons ago when Arsenal they were called Bottlers, it's when actually they lost against Aston Villa around this time in December, and then they threw a couple of games. One of them was Fulham, also around December. I think this is where actually they gave a chance to Man City to come back and overtake them and win the league while they were there on the top. And also though, in that season, they complain about the injuries. But what I like about Arsenal this season is they do have injuries. As you know, that they don't have Makalash, they don't have their defender as well from France. So yesterday, they lost another third defender actually, which is Mascara. Mascara was their third defender that actually was very, very good. He's still young from Brazil, and then he's one of those guys that's actually good at their job. But yesterday he had a problem, and it's suspected to be more of a groin injury. But my thing is, how is Arsenal keep on making sure that they're getting the results? And I mean, what I like about the game versus Brentford is they decided that they're gonna put more of a team B like, even though you've seen like players that they not now favored in the starting 11, which is more of your captain. Odegaard was starting. You will see Noni Madueke, Martinelli was also there, and there was Subamendi most of the time that he's there. Ben White also get to be featured as well, even though we didn't see Luis Kelly yesterday, but was California. But I mean, it was more of the players that are not having more appearances on the first team. But what are they actually doing different this season? I mean, their so-called backup teams, backup players for Arsenal are actually playing very well, and they are getting the results, unlike other teams that are kind of able to get results with their backup players. Arsenal, it seems like they know what to do actually to get the results. And I think this season they are in a good shape, good form. They can do it all. Even though you can see them in the Premier League, they are number one. In the Champions League, they're number one on the log. I think they have one of the important players that I think is very important for them, Moreno. Moreno is just one of the important players they have, because he's not really a striker, but he knows how to play that false nine position very well. He moves into the box in the right time, getting into the right spaces, and he knows how to just navigate the spaces in the box, outside the box, trying to make sure that he spot the runs before they even happen. So I think if you're Bukayo Saka, you're sitting outside, you're looking at the goal that he scored yesterday, you're like, I want those type of balls every time I'm playing, and I'm not getting those. And then I think it's more of like you had Madueke yesterday, not Saka on the right. So Saka just giving you the ball like that, it's probably not the thing that you will get. He'll probably want to destroy one or two men before you get that ball. But I think Ayakore sitting on the stand looking at that was like, these are the kind of ball that I'm craving for all the time I'm playing. So I think maybe Arsenal will do something with that. But other than that, you still have Kai Havertz coming back, which is actually a good player for Arsenal, because he's the one that understands that Arsenal system actually moving forward. And he's the guy that Arteta has been relying on for the most of the time. And I think if Gyökeres doesn't hit a lot of goals, this is the guy that will coming off the bench and just make sure that he gets goal for Arsenal. Gabriel Jesus, I don't think he will be more helpful for them in this season, even though he's still around in the squad. Probably he will be like more of a motivating guy, just to tell the guys that, guys, it's still a time for us to go and win this thing. But my thing is, I just want to give the credit to Arteta. I think the way he's been assembling the team, I know people have been bashing him that he needs to lose the job. He's been doing this thing for a long time, finishing number 2. But I mean, building a team that is now in a high standard quality like this Arsenal team, it's not an easy thing for any type of coach, but he managed to do it. And I think I'll give him a credit for making sure that he stick to his guns, trying to do what he do best, even though I still believe that the reason why he signed a striker this season was because everyone was telling Arteta to sign a striker. So a 2-0 win against Brentford was one of the important results that they needed, just to make sure that they keep on opening that gap. And now the gap is now 5 points. And Chelsea, that's number 3, and then they lost their game. So I think it's good news for Arsenal to make sure that they keep on hanging on that lead on the top. But all in all, I will say Arsenal have the best players this league when you compare player to player, position to position. When you compare to other teams in the league, I think they have the best squad. They have like more or two guys in one position that they can come and play. Like yesterday when Mascara went out, you had Timber coming in and playing as a centre back, and I mean, I like Timber playing on the right back. But I think Ben White yesterday was kind of off, and I understand why he was kind of off. He hasn't been playing more minutes, and I think he's getting like limited minutes because Timber has been favored actually to start in that role, because I think Timber is just a versatile player. He's actually good. He can play centre back, he can play left back, he can play right back. I mean, those are the kind of players you need in your team, because those are the kind of players that help you in times like this when your two centre backs are out, actually three centre backs are out. You need a guy that can just come in, and he reminds me of Milner from Liverpool. He was the guy also that was just doing everything. So I think what is going to happen is Arsenal is keep on piling up those points, just spreading the lead. Obviously City is out there. City look like they're back, but even though they are not yet back, but I mean the gap is still 5 points, and I still think Arsenal will go all the way to win it, unless they kind of have like those kind of games that they lose. But this season, I think they're going to those teams that will give them problem with like the head high, making sure that they do everything. And I want to give the credit to them as well. Arsenal, start of the season, everyone has been calling them the new Stoke City, but now they making sure that they getting goals in the open play and trying to make sure that they stretch that lead at the top for other teams to know that Arsenal is here to take it this season. So if you like this reaction video, make sure that you subscribe, you like, you comment, and I will see you on the next one.